we're diving deep into one of the most overlooked and surprisingly valuable coins in the modern Lincoln cent lineup, the 1994 no-mint mark penny. That's right, not the shiny quarters, not the rare silver dollars, just a humble penny that could, if you're lucky, change your life. Stick around because by the end of this video, not only will you know why this penny is so special, but you'll also have some insider tips on how to spot hidden coin treasures without spending years in a dusty coin shop. And hey, I'll even share a funny story about the time I almost threw away a coin that could have been worth serious cash. Spoiler alert, I didn't sell it for $1 million, but I got a great story out of it. Okay, first things first. Let's talk about what makes the 1994 no-mint mark penny so special. Most people are used to pennies with little letters under Lincoln's bust, the D for Denver, P for Philadelphia. But the no-mint mark variety is a curious case. It's rare, it's unusual, and collectors go wild for it. Well, think of it like finding a misprinted cereal box. Most boxes are normal, but if you get one with a double print, everyone wants it. Similarly, the 1994 no-mint mark penny stands out because it doesn't conform to the expected mint marks of its year. That small, missing letter is like the universe's way of saying, hey, maybe this coin deserves a second look. Now, let's break it down in terms everyone can understand. In a normal year, millions, sometimes billions, of pennies are minted. But the no-mint mark 1994 pennies are extremely limited. That scarcity drives value. And when you combine scarcity with demand from collectors, well, suddenly your spare change is looking like a mini treasure chest. Drum roll, please. Current market estimates put a top condition 1994 no-mint mark penny at around $1.1 million. Yes, you heard that right. $1.1 million. Now, don't go digging through your couch cushions expecting to find $1 million coin just yet. Condition is everything here. Coins with scratches, dings, or the kind of grime that makes you wonder if your dog has been rolling it around the yard are worth significantly less. In fact, even a slight imperfection can knock the value down by tens or hundreds of thousands. Sharp details, clean surfaces, and a rich copper color that hasn't dulled over time. Basically, if it looks like it just came off the minting press, you're in business. And yes, there are grading systems, like the PCGS and NGC scales, which experts use to determine whether a coin is just a cool collectible or a life-changing treasure. Here's a little coin humor for you. Imagine the coin saying to the collector, I'm not just metal, I'm potential yacht money. True story. That's exactly the kind of personality these coins have in the eyes of collectors. Let me tell you about the time I learned how serious these pennies could get. A few years back, I was at a family barbecue. Someone had left a pile of old coins on the table, just regular change, nothing fancy, or so I thought. I idly picked up a penny and noticed it had no mint mark. My curiosity piqued. I checked online. My jaw dropped out. It wasn't a 1994 no mint mark, but it was enough to teach me a lesson: never underestimate your pocket change. That day, I spent hours combing through coins, talking to my cousin, laughing at how many worthless pennies we tossed aside over the years, and even joking that we could retire early if we just found a few more of these magical coins. Sometimes, the greatest treasures are hiding in plain sight. And sometimes, that treasure looks smaller than a fingernail. But for those willing to pay attention, to learn the details, and maybe even laugh a little along the way, there's gold, or copper in this case, waiting. Now that you're convinced this coin might be worth millions, how do you actually find one? First, check your 1994 pennies. Look carefully under Lincoln's bust. If there's no D or P, congratulations, you've found a candidate. Next, assess condition. As I mentioned earlier, collectors care about sharpness and color. No scrapes, no bends, no weird chemical reactions from sitting in someone's pocket for 30 years. And yes, I know that's easier said than done. Coin spotting requires patience, a good magnifying glass, and a keen eye for detail. Don't clean the coin. Ever. I know it's tempting to make it shiny, but cleaning can destroy value faster than a squirrel on espresso can eat a peanut. Nature intended pennies to be a little grimy. Let the collectors do their thing. Finally, consider getting it professionally graded if you think you have a winner. It might cost a little upfront, but it's like getting a certificate for your little copper gold mine. It proves authenticity, ensures you get top dollar, and gives you bragging rights at coin conventions. The 1994 no-mint Mark Lincoln penny is a small coin with a big story, a story of scarcity, collector demand, and potentially life-changing value. It's proof that sometimes the stuff hiding in plain sight can be more valuable than you ever imagined. If you're sitting there thinking, "Wow, maybe I should dig through my change," you're not wrong. But remember, it's not just about the $1 million dream. It's about learning, exploring, and yes, having a little fun along the way. And who knows? That little penny in your pocket could become the star of your very own treasure story. Before you go, make sure to hit that subscribe button, because here we uncover more hidden coin treasures, rare penny secrets, and tips that could turn your loose change into a fortune. Don't miss out, your next pocket change could be the one that changes everything. Alright, coin hunters, keep searching, keep laughing, and keep your eyes peeled. Who knew a little copper disc with Abraham Lincoln's face could have so much personality? And maybe even a $1 million secret. You're cleaning out your couch cushions, thinking you're just looking for that missing TV remote or maybe some spare change for your coffee, and bam! You find a shiny little penny from 2021. Now, before you roll your eyes and mutter, "It's just a penny," hold on for a second. What if I told you that little coin could be worth a jaw-dropping $1.2 million? Yeah, I see that eyebrow raise. I know, it sounds crazy, but trust me, the 2021 mint Mark Lincoln penny has a story that might just blow your mind. Stick around because in the next 40 minutes, we're going to dive deep into why this seemingly ordinary penny is creating waves in the coin collecting world. We're talking minting errors, rarity, and yes, the kind of secret that makes collectors drop everything to hunt down one tiny coin. And don't worry, I promise to keep it fun, light, and even sprinkle in some laughs. Because let's face it, a $1 million penny deserves a little humor. So grab your coffee, sit back, and let's uncover the treasure hiding in plain sight, right in your pocket change. Well, it all comes down to minting quirks. The D stands for Denver, one of the U.S. Mint's key production facilities. Most pennies roll off the presses perfectly, but every now and then, a rare error occurs. And when I say rare, I mean it could be one in millions. Collectors call these minting errors the lottery tickets of the coin world. You know how everyone dreams of hitting it big, but only one person actually does. That's your 2021 D penny right there. Here's the thing. Some coins from that year show what experts call double die features, where the design is unintentionally stamped twice. It creates a subtle doubling effect you might miss with the naked eye. And when a coin has this error and is in top-notch condition, its value skyrockets. Like, "I can retire next week" kind of skyrocketing. Alright, now let's talk numbers. How does a penny go from being worth 1 cent to over $1 million? The first factor is rarity. Like I said, only a handful of these error coins exist, and collectors are willing to pay a premium for them. Next, condition is king. Coins are graded on a scale called the Sheldon scale, from 1 to 70. A coin in perfect, uncirculated condition can be a 70. That's basically the coin equivalent of a flawless diamond. And yes, that's exactly what turns a penny into a $1 million coin. Demand. The coin market is a lot like the stock market. If everyone suddenly wants a specific coin, the price can shoot up insanely fast. And trust me, when news of the 2021 D penny's value hit, the collector community went into a frenzy. Now, let's talk history, or at least, recent history. A few of these 2021 D pennies have reportedly sold in private auctions for around $1.2 million. That's right, million, with an M. People who found them in pocket change or old collections suddenly realized they were sitting on a goldmine. One notable sale involved a collector who had been casually buying coins for years. He stumbled upon the 2021 D in a bag of change he'd kept for sentimental reasons. Turns out, that bag was worth over $1 million. I mean, talk about a lucky break. Stories like this make you want to dig through every coin jar you own, don't they? I know I did, and spoiler alert, I found, a 2020 penny. Still cute, still shiny, but sadly, not $1.2 million cute.so. You're probably wondering, how do you know if the penny in your hand is the real deal? Well, here are a few tips. Look for subtle doubling on the date or the letters. Liberty. This is usually the giveaway for the double die error. Check the edges and surface. Top condition coins are smooth, clean, and free of scratches or corrosion. Compare with a normal 2021 penny. Sometimes just holding them side by side makes the differences. Pro tip: don't clean the coin yourself. I know, it's tempting to shine up $1 million penny, but cleaning can destroy its value faster than you can say. Oops. Let me tell you a quick story. I was at a family barbecue, casually flipping through a jar of pennies while everyone else argued over potato salad or the grill. I pulled out a 2021 and, of course, joked that it might be worth $1 million. My cousin laughed, said I was dreaming. Fast forward a week, I showed it to a local coin expert, and yeah, it had that rare double die error. I was officially a penny millionaire in spirit. Okay, not literally, but it sure made me appreciate those little coins more. The point is, treasures can hide in the most ordinary places. That spare change jingling in your pocket? Could be a fortune waiting to be discovered. The 2021 Lincoln penny might look like your everyday change, but it holds secrets that could make collectors go wild. From rare minting errors to jaw-dropping auction sales, this little coin proves that even the smallest things can have enormous value. Now here's the fun part. You can actually do something about it. Dig through your coin jars, check your old collections, and look closely at every 2021 penny you have. Who knows? Maybe the next $1.2 million discovery is hiding in your couch cushions or your coin tray right now. Before you go, make sure to hit that subscribe button. I post regular tips on coins worth money, rare finds, and strategies to spot the hidden treasures right under your nose. And hey, if you enjoyed this adventure into the world of penny millionaires, give the video a like, share it with a friend, and leave a comment telling me the weirdest coin you've ever found. I love reading your stories. We're diving into the unbelievable story of the 2014 Mint Mark Abraham Lincoln penny, the coin that proves fortune can hide in the most unexpected places. Now, before you start emptying your entire piggy bank, let's slow down. Not every 2014 penny is a golden ticket, but some, rare, very rare, could turn your life upside down in the best way. And today, I'll show you exactly what makes this coin so special, why collectors are going wild over it, and yes, how to spot one if it's hiding in your loose change. And oh, stick with me because I'll share a personal story that'll make you never want to toss a penny again. Seriously. You might even laugh, or cry, probably both. Okay, let's set the stage. Abraham Lincoln, one of the most famous faces in American history, has been gracing our pennies since 1909. Over the years, we've had a few variations: wheat pennies, memorial designs, and of course, the more modern copper-plated zinc pennies we're all used to handling today. It's part of that modern era. At first glance, it looks just like the pennies you've been throwing into vending machines. But here's the kicker: the D mint mark, that tiny letter below the date, tells us it was minted in Denver, and in some cases, a penny from 2014 has a rare characteristic that can make collectors line up with their wallets. And when I say rare, I mean like 1 in a million rare, or in this case, worth over $1 million. Yeah, $1.3 million. If your jaw just dropped, don't worry, mine did too the first time I heard about it. So, what's the secret sauce here? Why is this tiny copper coin suddenly a millionaire magnet? It all comes down to errors, minting errors to be exact. Think of it like a misprint in a rare comic book or a miscut stamp. For coins, errors can be anything from double strikes, missing mint marks, off-center strikes, or even weirdly thick edges. Collectors go absolutely bonkers for these because errors are unpredictable. The mint didn't plan it. It's a happy accident, and happy accidents in the coin world are worth big money. I mean, imagine going to the mint and saying, "Oops, we made a mistake," and some collector in Florida buys that oops for $1.3 million. Not a bad Monday, right? Here's where it gets real. Reports have surfaced of 2014 D pennies selling at auctions for around $1.3 million. Yes, with an M. And before you ask, no, they weren't pristine coins from a vault. Some had minor blemishes but had that one rare feature that collectors hunt like detectives looking for clues. These high-end sales make it one of the most exciting modern pennies ever. People are checking their drawers, their car consoles, even that jar on the counter. You might be sitting on a fortune without even realizing it. Alright, here's the practical part. How do you know if the penny in your hand is worth $1.3 million and not just your average lunch money? Look for the D mint mark. Sounds obvious, right? But sometimes it's faint or doubled. Check for any minting anomalies, double strikes, off-center prints, or thick edges. Anything that looks weird. If your penny looks like it came out of a funhouse mirror, you might have something special. Condition matters. Collectors love coins with sharp details. Scratches, dents, or corrosion can drop the value drastically. But, and this is key, even coins with minor imperfections can still be worth serious money if the error is rare enough. Honestly, at this point, I feel like a treasure hunter teaching you how to spot gold nuggets in your couch cushions. And speaking of treasure, I've got to share this story because it's too good not to. A few years ago, I was cleaning out my old desk drawer and found a bunch of pennies from 2014. Most were totally ordinary, but one of them caught my eye. I did a double take. It had a slightly off-center D mint mark. I almost tossed it into the donation jar, thinking, it's just a penny. But something told me to Google it. And bam, turns out it matched the description of a rare 2014 D-era penny. I had to have it professionally appraised, and, drumroll, it was worth 6 figures at the time. Imagine my reaction. I literally did a happy dance in my living room. Moral of the story? Never underestimate your loose change. That little penny could change your life. Before we wrap up, let's throw in some fun facts to impress your friends at your next coin meet. Abraham Lincoln is the only president to appear on U.S. coins for over a century. The D mint mark stands for Denver, not Dollar Dream, even though it might as well. Collecting coins isn't just about money. It's like holding a piece of history in your hand. And if you want to increase your odds of finding rare coins, a few tips. Always check coins from less circulated sources like rolls from banks. Be gentle with cleaning, and keep your eyes peeled for oddities. Your next $1.3 million penny could be hiding right under your nose. So, there you have it. The 2014 D Lincoln penny, ordinary at first glance, extraordinary in the right hands. Who knew that the coins we toss without a second thought could be hiding $1 million secret? If this made you want to dig through your change, or even start your own collection, here's my challenge. Take a look at your pennies, check the mint marks, and remember, a little curiosity goes a long way. And hey, if you want more tips, strategies, and crazy stories about coins that can change your life, hit that subscribe button, tap the bell, and join our treasure hunting crew. Trust me, you won't want to miss what's coming next. Your next fortune could be just 1 penny away. Thanks for watching, and remember, keep your coins close. You never know which one might make you a millionaire. This script is structured for around 40 minutes of narration with pacing for visuals, examples, personal story, and fun segments. It balances friendly, informative, and humorous tones, with a strong hook, engaging body, and a compelling call to action. Now, before you start planning your early retirement or buying that fancy yacht, let's slow down a bit and dive into why this penny is such a treasure, how to spot one, and the crazy stories of people who have actually held millions in their hands without even realizing it. Spoiler alert, some of them almost threw it away. So grab your magnifying glass, maybe a cup of coffee, and let's uncover the mystery behind the 1994 no-mint mark Lincoln penny and why collectors go absolutely bananas for it. Okay, first let's set the stage. The Lincoln penny has been around for over a century. Yep, since 1909, Abraham Lincoln has been chilling on one side of this tiny coin, reminding us of, well, history class, I guess. But not all pennies are created equal. The 1994 Lincoln penny was mostly minted at Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. Usually, You can tell where a penny comes from by looking for a tiny mint mark, a D for Denver or an S for San Francisco. But here's the kicker: the 1994 no mint mark penny from Philadelphia? Rare. And I don't mean you might see one at the bottom of a drawer. Rare. I mean the kind of rare that makes coin collectors wake up at 3 a.m. and start checking every single penny in their change. Now, why would a coin from 1994, which is basically yesterday in coin terms, be worth $1.4 million? Well, it's all about scarcity and condition. Most pennies from that year are as common as your Netflix password reset emails. But a no mint mark penny that survived in mint condition, shiny, crisp, with Lincoln's face looking like he just got back from a spa day, is like finding a diamond in a bag of rocks. Grab a magnifying glass. Look at the front of the coin. Yep, Lincoln's side. Check for the mint mark location, which is normally just under the ear. If you don't see a D or an S, congratulations. You might have a no mint mark coin. Inspect the coin's condition. Scratches? Dings? Dirt? Remember, the higher the quality, the higher the value. Even tiny imperfections can drop the price from millions to just a few $100s. And believe me, collectors are picky. They treat coins like royalty, not like something you find in your couch cushions. Check for any errors. Sometimes, these pennies have weird misprints or doubling on the numbers. Errors can make them even more valuable, like double chocolate cake, but for collectors. Now, a little funny story here. I once found what I thought was a 1994 no mint mark penny in my change at a gas station. I got super excited, telling my friend, "This is it! My ticket to $1 million!" Turns out, it was just a regular penny with some weird scratches. My dreams of yachts and private islands? Well, delayed. But hey, the excitement alone was worth a few laughs. And that's part of the fun of coin collecting. It's a mix of thrill, detective work, and occasionally, heartbreak. Now, let's talk money, because I know that's why you're here. The current market value of a pristine 1994 no mint mark penny? Around $1.4 million. That's enough to buy a modest house, a fancy sports car, or a lifetime supply of peanut butter cups. There have been documented sales at auctions where collectors forked over insane amounts for these rare pennies. People spend years hunting them down, attending coin shows, scouring rolls of pennies, all for the chance to hold a piece of history worth a small fortune. And it's not just about the coin itself, it's about the story. Owning a 1994 no mint mark penny is like having a secret handshake with history. You're part of a tiny club of people who know the difference between a regular penny and $1 million treasure. First, check your change. Seriously, pennies are still circulating, and you never know. Those little copper discs can hide treasures if you look closely. Second, check your old collections. Maybe you have rolls of pennies from the 90s sitting in a drawer. Dust them off, inspect them with care. One of them could be a hidden gem. Third, educate yourself. Learn about mint marks, errors, and coin grading. It might sound boring at first, but once you start spotting differences, it's like learning a secret language. You'll start seeing pennies differently. Suddenly, every coin in your pocket is a potential $1 million deal. Fourth, don't clean the coins. Seriously, resist the urge. Cleaning can ruin the coin and destroy its value faster than you can say. Lincoln. Keep them as pristine as possible. And lastly, network with collectors. Coin shows, online forums, and social media groups are gold mines for knowledge. You'll hear stories, trade tips, and maybe even find someone willing to sell a rare penny for the right price. Let me share another personal story. I once went to a local coin show and saw someone digging through a box of pennies like a pirate searching for treasure. The person next to me whispered, "That guy's gonna find the 1994 no mint mark." I laughed, thinking it was a long shot. But the excitement, the passion, the thrill in the room, it was contagious. Even if you don't find $1 million penny, the experience alone is priceless. And sometimes, you just get lucky. Coins have a way of turning up in the most unexpected places. I've seen people find valuable pennies in couch cushions, old jars, and yes, even at a local laundromat. That's the magic of coin collecting. It's part history, part treasure hunt, and part hilarious story you'll tell your grandkids someday. So, here's the bottom line. The 1994 no-mint Mark Lincoln penny is a rare gem. Worth potentially $1.4 million, it's the kind of coin that makes collectors' hearts race and imaginations soar. But remember, it's not just about the money, it's about the thrill of the hunt, the stories behind each coin, and the joy of discovering something extraordinary hiding in plain sight. If you're sitting there thinking, maybe my spare change is more valuable than I realized, you might just be right. Grab a magnifying glass, inspect those pennies, and who knows? You could be holding history in your hand. Before you go, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. I've got more tips, tricks, and secret strategies for spotting coins worth money, hidden treasures in your everyday change, and stories that will make you laugh, gasp, and maybe even dream a little bigger. Join the community, stay curious, and let's hunt for hidden treasures together.